Hello, live chatters. This is Pastor Doug on a beautiful Sunday morning, March 7th, 2021. We don't want it to split the audience. Well, okay, I'll make sure he doesn't do it. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for the Tony issue. Yes, thanks for the heads up, Jason Clulo, VC. It's been a while, Mobius Zero. Yes, it has. Kiara Lee, nice to see you. Always look forward to Sundays. XX Fact Jesus X. Okay, let's have a couple people checking, and I've got two important announcements. Richier says, hey, wonderful people. Giancarlo Rochella says, hi. I love the Italian names. Peter Shields from Ireland. Kevin Wilson, yay, Doug. Dan the Man, hi. I love all that you're doing. Doug, thank you, Dan the Man. Mobius is here. Looking forward. Yes, Laurie Buckman. Nice to see you. Sandy Sranko from Canada. And Terry Murray from Vancouver Island. I love that place. Jack McComb. Lagai from Alberta. All right. Two big announcements. Unbeknownst to me, quite unexpectedly, they were supposed to take longer. Edward Steiner from California, or Steiner. You're not related to Rudolf Steiner, are you? Rachel Moore, Audrey. Anyway, my book that I have been serializing when going through Hell Don't Stop is now available live on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. And here's what it looks like when you go to Amazon. Right here. Can you see that image? There it is, right there on Amazon. We already had two people buy the book in the first 24 hours, and Madeline Roy said she might get one, and anybody who buys this audiobook will get a signed copy mailed to them of When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, the book that was written 24 years ago, which this audiobook is now been resurrected, or has resurrected it. So I'm very, very, very excited to see that a quarter century later, the words that I wrote when I was struggling with suicidal depression have come to life in a new form. The book is $14.95 on Audible, which is exactly the cost of the book when it came out. Madam Roy, all right, you're back. 9 months sober, 3 AA meetings a day, 40 Prozac working, learning to accept and give love and spontaneous, getting back into singing and performance. Yes, you are in recovery, Madge. Good work, maintenance. Richier, thank you. Madeline, I don't know if you saw this one. I sent you the email, but here's the image of it is on Audible. When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, my good friend Philip Mostel redesigned the book because it needed to be a square. And I wish they could tell me what part of the world these two books were sold in, but I'm very, very excited. With inflation should be $300. Hey, inflation is low in America, less than 2%. The good news, I'm going to college for computer science as my V0, and me and my mom are doing quite well since my dad passed away, all things considered. Well, that's good. That should really up your mood. Thanks for not. Oh, that's right. It's the same price. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. Now I got it, Tony issue. Yes, $14.95 in 1998 and $14.95 in 2021. Yeah, 23 years and no raise in price. Anyway, those of you who have been really enjoying the serialization, I just posted episode 14 yesterday, called After the Pain, the Joy, in which I say, hey, when you go through hell and you come out the other side, there are certain gifts. Has anyone had that experience? Raise your hand that you went through a difficult experience, and when you came out the other side, there was a blessing with it. Like for me, the depressive breakdown I write about in this book, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, was the worst thing that ever happened to me, but it was the best thing, because after I got better, suddenly my whole mission, my own purpose in life was revealed to me. A lot of people write me and say, I'm really messed up, man. I'm 24, I don't know my purpose. Say, Slick, first you got to be at least above 30, and I didn't find mine until I was 47. So, patience, right? Compound interest. Done the issue. I love it. Did I watch Peter Schiff? And I don't know who Peter Schiff is. Patrick Coleman, yes. We're getting that jacket for you today. And did you get the article I sent you about Tesla is now releasing a new truck? Oh, Koreans are really bad vibing. Yes, don't worry about the Koreans, Moby Zero. Keep it on your mom. Keep it on computer science. Yes, Ray Hoffman, I wanted to put it free for the YouTube people first, but now that it's out, any of you who would like to contribute to my, well-being, aside from hitting the super chat button, should buy that book on Audible, because if you start buying it, they're going to let me keep it there. Yasmina B, nice to see you. A hero is one who heals his own wounds and then shows others how to do the same. And that's you, Doug. Thank you, Mariano. I love your name. Chesapeake, Virginia. You're going through a bad time, Kathy Lau? I've been there and back. Okay, second thing I want to tell you is I have a hub website that was I created and mentioned at the end of the audiobook. It's a very complicated website name. I don't know if you're going to remember it, so everybody have a pen and pencil, okay? Here it comes. DouglasBloch.com. Is that complicated? No, it's not. But anyway, if you go there, what this is meant to be is a hub that takes you to all the things I've done in affirmations and spirituality and depression recovery and overcoming suicidal pain and astrology. I've done that also. So go to that website and you'll see all of the ways in which I've tried to use my wounds to make life better. Okay, enough plug for me. So Sandy and Lagai are each emailing each other. That's what this is over for here, to create a virtual community. There's a big email list going on that Peter Shields is organizing. There must be about 38 people on there. Jack McCone, I'm in college right now. I'm struggling with terrible OCD and depression. Your videos help a lot. I feel relief. Thank you. And by the way, college is hell for many people. Do you know that most people's first episode of depression, bipolar disorder, or schizophrenia happens between the ages of 18 and 25? Yeah. I was great until I went to college, and I crashed in my freshman year. So it's tough. Thanks. I found out that writing and not sending a letter works a lot. Yeah, excellent work. Pastor Doug, yes. Thanks for your work. I sent $20 on my PayPal. Bruce Bloch it's shipped off the old block. I'm born and bred in the Bronx. Yes, that's where my father came from. Yes. Born and bred in Brooklyn is my mother, and me in Queens. So you said you sent $20 in PayPal? Funny, I haven't gotten an acknowledgement. Of course, I left my phone in the other room. Hey, Joni. Joan, as you know, my wonderful helper, partner, Angel, who has helped me through so many bad times, who actually some of you saw last week, is somewhere in the house. Hey, Joan Blockhead. Don't worry about it. I'll check it later. A beautiful day in Oklahoma. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. $6.90 from Taco Platter. That's the way to get the ball rolling. Question to the group. Ever get so stuck in your head you can barely recall what you've done the last few hours? Gee, that's me normally. Very annoying at work. Pastor D, thank you. Well, anybody want to respond to Taco and see if they've had a place where they can't even remember what they've done a couple hours ago? Cheryl Daniel, nice to see you. Susan Jones from Virginia, nice to see you. Kathy Lau, meds don't work. Well, sometimes you got to try some more, and sometimes they never work. I've had a really difficult time with meds. Hey, Doug, have you ever heard of Sadhguru? That means truth. Yeah, there are many Sadhgurus out there. Watching his videos have helped me to overcome depression. Well, the spiritual path is a very good thing for basically helping your mood. If it weren't for my spirituality, I would have been dead a long time ago. Shirley Kane, nice to see you. Shirley, I guess as a latecomer, I want to announce one more time that the audio version of When Going Through Hell Don't Stop has been published. It is now on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This is what the cover looks. Just go there, and it would be great if you could purchase the book. As Tony Issues said, it's still only $14.95 after 23 years. Anyway, I've never gotten an Audible book, but I'm planning on doing it right now. And someone just gave £10. Thank you so much. And that is, of course, Jason Clulo. Everyone welcome to join the WhatsApp group. But why don't you put up the information, then people can, it's like text messaging, right? Internationally. So yeah, let people know about it. Put up the WhatsApp address. How do you join the WhatsApp group? I don't know. Pedar, Jason, why don't you share that? What do I think of alcohol and its place with people in depression who have anxiety? People who have anxiety and depression. Should alcohol be avoided? Well, it should be avoided in excess, especially if you have a family history of alcoholism. Yeah, unfortunately, many people turn to alcohol to calm their nerves when they're anxious or to lift their moods when they're depressed. So it all depends. No, if you want to have, if you're, hey, look, I've been depressed 5 times, 5 breakdowns, 5 hospitalizations, and I drink a glass of beer with my Mexican food or have wine sometimes. But, you know, A, I don't overdo it, and I'm not at risk for addiction. So it depends on your situation. But yes, alcohol can be, it's called dual diagnosis, by the way. If you suffer from addiction and depression, that's called dual diagnosis. Lagai, you will buy the audiobook. I love you. Thank you so much. I would send this copy to you for free, but the postage going from the United States to Canada is outrageous. So I'll send you the ebook if you don't already have it. Just email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. After you get Audible book, you can read along right with it on the ebook. Richard Monroe, I've had tinnitus most of my life and told myself to ignore it. Yeah, it's like intrusive thoughts. You just have to kind of focus somewhere else, but I know it can be really, really bad. Taco Platter was worried because it seems to be a common depressive symptom. Yes, but guess what? When depression lifts, the hippocampus in the brain, which is shrunken during depression, expands back to its normal size. The brain can heal itself. And yes, the brain is hijacked by depression, but you know, eventually the plane's got to land, right? Someone hijacks a plane, they can't stay up there forever, right? They got to come down to an airport. Mobius Zero says, anyone here doubt themselves a lot? That's a cardinal symptom of depression, self-doubt. Absolutely. A question for me. Do I have any experience during my recovery where you were getting better but still had a depressive symptoms and negative outlook? Is that to me? Yeah. Well, I have something called dysthymia, which is low-grade depression. So yes, I have many times where I have a negative outlook, especially when I wake up in the morning. I woke up this morning feeling really low, but I said, at noon Pacific time, I'm going to take off my regular identity and become Pastor Doug. Maybe I should wear a robe like a Catholic priest. Anyway, now that I'm on the line with you guys, I feel a lot better. But yes, if you have dysthymia, and I have a video on that called Living in the Gray Zone, yes, you can still have a negative outlook, but it comes and goes, and it doesn't take you into the abyss quite so long. Madam Leroy, yeah, I feel really bad about tinnitus with you. A lot of people I know have it, or some people, and I'm not quite sure what the treatment is. Tech and Ted says, are you religious? I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And that reminds me of a very famous quote from AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and Madge knows this one. Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who've already been there. Don't you love that? How many people have been to hell and back? Yeah, we're all spiritual. Someone once said, I've had so many holes punched in me, I'm holy. So religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who've already been there. Do you like that, guys? I think it's really cool. Oh, you have the book. Well, good. Look at this. Look, you're a patron. You're a patron to the artists. Okay. Does anyone here struggle with thoughts that invalidate depression, like you're faking it or you're a bad person? Well, bad person. Worthlessness is a major symptom of depression. Yes, I've felt that many times, especially when I compare myself to others. And here is Robert Jenkins, the patron saint of YouTube, chipping in his weekly $20. Thank you so much, Robert. Let's see how you're doing. Hey, Doug, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty damn good, to be honest, especially with everything I've been through. I still have thoughts here and there, but I'm able to acknowledge a stupid thought and move on. So look at this. So Robert is a perfect example of depression recovery. And I think in November, October, he was really low, hospitalized. Things seemed really hopeless. And now he's feeling so much better due to, I guess, medication and time and better management of symptoms, whatever it is. He's an example to show you that depression can, I don't want to say be treated, but you know what I mean. It can be managed and people can get better. That's the key. Shirley K, all the tinnitus sufferers, I use mine as a free white noise generator so it doesn't bother me. See, it's all about how you interpret the situation. Sergio Rodriguez, good day, Mr. Bloch. Good day to you. And the WhatsApp group is called Sunday Live Chats. I'll look into it myself. Francie, any advice on how to live with tinnitus and health anxiety at the same time? I'm really anxious in general. Well, listen to what Shirley K said about looking at it as a free white noise. Health anxiety, I did a whole video on that. It's really tough. You got to just tell yourself you're whole and well, and your higher power is taking care of you. Beth Miller, still appreciating everyone's prayers, but you know, I hear, Beth, anybody who's struggling with money, the Senate passed the stimulus bill, so if you made less than 70 grand, which I think is most of us, you're going to get a $1,400 check. Do you need medication if you have dysthymia and anhedonia? Not necessarily. It can be in cases managed with lifestyle habits. If you write me at douglasbach@gmail.com, I'll send you this free chart. I've been managing my dysthymia with these ideas. What does it say? Feed your spirit, have fun, spend time in nature, lighten up, talk yourself up, find ways to relax, get regular sleep, find healthy ways to deal with stress, and be creative. Of course, diet, exercise, very important. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a video on YouTube called "Does Stress Cause Depression?" And they're finding that yes, stress actually, adversity for certain people makes them depressed. That explains why every time I've broken up with a woman or lost a love, I've gone into a tailspin. So yes, we have to learn how to manage stress. Anyway, now that being said, Giancarlo, you should definitely talk to a therapist and a psychiatrist before you make any decisions whether you need a medication or not. I'm here to educate, not to diagnose, but I only can tell you my experience. And if you want medication, you think it might help you, go see a good prescriber and discuss it with him or her. All right, what else is going on here? Haven't cried in over 20 years? Yeah, well, men have a hard time crying in general. Tuesday, FA, I can't tell if I have a low-grade depression or anxiety disorder. What I do know is that whenever I've had it since I was a kid. Well, my brother said you've been anxious and depressed since the sperm hit the egg, so I understand. And there's Lazy Eye Ranch. I just got the notification for chat, been looking for it, but couldn't find it until now. Oh, Mohammed Astrology is here. Good for him. Shirley K says to Rachel, when you're crying, remember it's from the cortisol and things will get better as time passes. All right. I like the fact you guys are talking to each other right now and supporting each other. Anyway, I'm going to have some greens drink right now. Or as my friend Stuart calls it, a vile concoction. Richer, I'm an addicted person. I have an addictive personality, so being addicted to AA meetings is not so bad. I guess, absolutely. Does anyone do yoga laughter therapy, says Peter Bentley. Someone sent me a book on that. It's a good thing. Larry Neary says, hi, Doug. After my 7 month of anxiety, depression, recovery, the day thoughts I have not to go to work sometimes. The only thoughts I have not to go to work sometimes. Does that mean, well, that's like most people, isn't it? 84 people in the chat. Let's hit 100. Shirley K, it's okay. I have neighbors that watch out for me and talk to me if I'm crying. Well, that's wonderful. Peter Shields is giving his email address to Francine and anybody else who wants to be a member of the live chat community by emails. And yeah, that's so wonderful the way you guys reach out to each other. FD Vid, your psychologist quit? That's so unusual. Well, you know what I say? When one door closes, another door opens. Just keep persevering. You'll find someone good. Rick M, how am I? I'm doing pretty well. As I mentioned at the beginning of the live chat, my book that has my heart and soul into it, that I poured everything, and 24 years ago when I came out of the worst depression of my life, when going through hell don't stop, it's now available on Audible books through iTunes, Amazon, or Audible itself. This has been a labor of love. I worked with an amazing Australian voice actor for the last 9 months who read the whole book. And Jennifer H says, only 3 thumbs up. Yes, if you hit likes, people will come here. And I don't know how to hit, I guess you can't like your own video, can you? And there's Madeline. Madeline is giving out her phone number. And that's cool. We should talk to each other sometime. All right, I have PCOS and suffer from anxiety. However, being able to talk to others who understand depression, of course it helps a lot. We are social beings. Community, connection, hugely healing. All right, and I don't know what PCOS is, but maybe someone could tell me. Wow, your psychiatrist fired you also, Shirley K? Yeah, that's really tough. Drew, nice to see you. I've been off antidepressants for the last 2 weeks. I figured I couldn't feel any worse. Well, hopefully you're still in touch with your doctor or your prescriber. Kathy, yes, you said you feel very bad. Is there anything we can do to help? Do you know what's causing you to feel bad? Is it external environment, or are you physically ill? Many, many stressors can get people sad or depressed. Rachel Moore, yes. Does anyone know an online group? It's called Lion Rock Recovery. It's an AA group. It's a recovery group online. Let me write this down for Rachel. You should go ahead and go to their website. Recovery. Online addiction support. Speaking of which, what happened to my friend SB, Stephanie? She was so a part of these live chats, and I found out about this online group, Line Rock Recovery, from her. So, yeah, go look them up. Bad lyrics today. I'm very sensitive and ruminate a lot. Yeah, it seems to come with with sensitivity. Sorry, Shirley, about you're upset with your psychiatrist. I know they're not perfect. Believe me, I've had some ones that were not so hot at all. Giancarlo Rochella, my favorite name, except for Leah Benetti. How do you bring joy, excitement, feelings back, especially when you're doing activities you used to love? That is the key question. When you are depressed, you don't have the same enjoyment. Well, you have to basically treat the underlying cause or deal with it. If it's depression, work on that. When the depression lifts, you'll spontaneously get back into enjoying what you liked. Rachel Moore, if I had my cell phone, I could go onto Lion Rock Recovery and check it out for you. But Joan's on the elliptical, and maybe look it up for me while we're on the live chat and tell me if you find it. How to stop OCD to affect study? Well, it's tough. One thing too is just to let the thoughts go by, like passing clouds or passing leaves on a stream, or to say shut up. That helps sometimes. Or if nothing works, go into get some professional counseling. But OCD can be managed. Dhruv Gautam, one of my favorite people on the planet. Do you think recalcitrant bodies are often psychiatrics and medicalized because they are not used for the capitalist system? I wouldn't go that far. I'm not a great fan of the capitalist system, but I don't think lazy and confused people are undesirable, hence unemployed. I don't think there's much of a conspiracy that way, but I do think that when people are confused, they're less likely to hold jobs. Matter of fact, I couldn't hold a job till I was 35 years old. That's how bad I was. So I understand. What's the best friend to make friends at the age of 47? Leah, well, my life started all over again at 47. Right now with COVID, it's really hard, but normally I would say take classes, go to a meetup.com, join a church or synagogue or spiritual community, do something, or join a hiking group. One of my depression support group members started joining a running group, and he met his girlfriend and his partner there. So anytime you put yourself in a situation where there's other people around doing what you like, taking a class, going for a run, going with a hiking club, you're going to meet people, and you don't have to force it. All right. Thales from Brazil. Hey. You've done something very well, but I forgot what it was. Were you the person? Yeah, you're the person who got the email list together, I think, right? Drew, if I hear judgment from you, I hope you're not judging us for being sick. I don't think he is. No, he's just talking about his own feelings about how he's being judged by the culture. Try to study despite the thoughts. Keep studying even if you can't focus. Well, that's nice. You guys have the same first name. Is that a common name in India? Kind of like John in America? Damian Lopez, yes, I speak Spanish fluently, at least 60 years ago. I'm a Puerto Rican of Jewish descent. Ho-ho! So that might explain why I'm dismissed. Maybe if I was black, you would do the right thing and acknowledge me. Are you talking about you? I mean, I'm Jewish. I'm from Europe and of Jewish descent, so that's why I'm dismissed. No, I'm not. But yes, that's very interesting. But no, we have to just accept each other who we are, and it doesn't matter where you were born or what color your skin or your religion is. We're all, remember Sting? We share the same biology regardless of ideology. Said that in the song. I hope the Russians love their children too. Yeah, well, and when you said you would do the right thing and acknowledge me, are you referring to the people here, Drew? Yeah, you're not referring to the people on this live chat, right? We're all extremely accepting. So maybe you're referring to people. Mazel tov. Yes, mazel tov to you. I have a beautiful, beautiful menorah I'd like to show you sometime. Of course I read your comment, Damien. I try to read everybody's comments. And look, Lagai says, I love Jewish, and Madge is Jewish. Give a shout out to Damien Lopez, another Jewish person on the live chat. Barn O'Neill, here's my mix. 300 milligrams of Fexor, 15 of Remeron, 10 of Buspirone, and plus occasional Valium. What do you think of that concoction? Seems like you're taking them for depression, sleep, and anxiety. They're all good medications. If that's what you and your psychiatrist agreed on, it seems good to me. I mean, but those are all good medications. Of course, diazepam Valium, you don't want to use it every day because it can be very habit forming. Ash T, I have a lot of depression from being adopted, not knowing my birth parents. You never feel like you belong anywhere. Guess what? I have known so many adopted people, and yes, they've struggled with that same sense of not knowing who they are, but a couple of them I know have been adopted by very loving families, and so they came to accept the love that was around them. But there's always this annoying theory, like, who am I really, and why did my parents leave me? So some people I know have actually traced down their birth parents, so I don't know if that's an option for you. All right. You're more than welcome, Damien Lopez. Ask me anything, anytime. And by the way, to be Jewish and Puerto Rican, I think is cool because hybrids, right, are the greatest. Anytime you have the same people inbreeding all the time, that's called, not only is it called incest, but you get hemophilia, like all the Spaniards. I don't know if you remember that in the Middle Ages, right? All the inbreeding, and in other words, nature doesn't like that. Nature likes, hybrids are more hardy than genetics that have the same gene over and over again. So it's great. I recommend everyone just look at the symptoms of schizophrenia and see if they relate to you. Never self-diagnose. Well, yeah, but why would I want to look at the symptoms of schizophrenia if I'm not having any psychotic symptoms? The Jews had truth first. Well, it's not really a game of who had it first. The truth is the truth. People had truth way before the Jews came around. Look at the people in India. I keep asking you random questions only because you're a really smart guy. You're talking to me, you have great insights into the human condition. Well, I've been so full of holes, I become holy. So suffering is a great way to have insights. Anyway, Drew, I know you're young and you're in college. Keep up the good work. Lazy Ranch, I have the weirdest problems. My goats are being harassed by a stranger. At least it's never boring around here. Soon will be snake season. Yep, Lazy Ranch, you should do a documentary about yourself. You have a very interesting life. Do you have schizophrenia? I have no idea, Damien Lopez. What makes you think that? And if you do, talk to a mental health professional. Yeah, hybrids. Hybrids are good. Hybrid wheat, right? Stronger. Some of these symptoms have pretty clear psychotic symptoms. I'm not judging. Was on antipsychotic for a while. Some of the people where on this live chat, I don't know. Not for me to diagnose. Samard Halabi, let's not all forget to hit the like button. And how about a donation? It's already 34 minutes after the hour. I only think we've gotten 3 donations here. Taco Platter, Robert Jensen, and one other person. I think, I forgot the third person, but we've had 3 people. Normally we've got 5 or 6. So if anybody thinks this live chat is doing them any good, you can donate for as little as $1. Actually, we had a guy years ago, he used to donate 99 cents. So, as my mother said, it's the thought that counts, right? So yeah, donations would be accepted. This is, as I say, a love offering, and it always helps when I get my check from Google to see that you guys have helped me. Pay my electric bill is really, really high, by the way, but I'm going to change that. Pedar is giving out his email address so people can join the email list. I have to approve that every time it happens, Pedar? Yeah, and here it is. Thales is now showing his, yeah. YouTube makes me go up, and so I don't catch all the email addresses immediately. Oh, Lazy Ranch. Someone trying to kidnap your goats. Very sorry. So, once again, just a reminder, I have a hub website where all my works are on display. It's still in the process of being built, but about 1/3 of it is done. And it's simply called douglasbloch.com, my new personal website. So, take a look. Damien Lopez, I have come from a large family of mostly narcissists who have caused me a great deal of pain. Well, I'm really sorry about that, Damien. That is no fun when you're raised in a hostile environment. Ash T, thank you for doing these lives. I have to keep seeing you on here and reading your book. Is that the Healing from Depression book, I hope? And again, my audiobook, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, which many of you have been listening to over the past 14 weeks, is now on Audible. That is, I'm just tickled pink. Chrissy and I feel tired. My muscles hurt. $25 from Edward Steiner, the co-saint of this YouTube channel, as well as Robert Jenkins. Thanks, you guys. It means a lot to me. So you have a signed copy of the book, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, Edward. If you want to get the audio version, just go to Amazon.com and type it in. I don't know if you've been listening to my posts. Why are pirates called pirates? Because they are. Oh, someone sent me this joke. I used to be in chiropractic school and I didn't get the book. You're welcome, Shirley. So here it is. There's a new chiropractic magazine called the Chiropractic Monthly. If anyone's interested, I have lots of back journals. I didn't get that joke. I'll do it again. A new chiropractic magazine called Chiropractic Monthly. If anyone's interested, I have lots of back issues. Why is that funny? I thought he was just writing me to tell me about this new... I used to be in chiropractic school. I thought he was giving me an update on a chiropractic journal. I have back issues, B-A-C-K. Wow. I think it's a good pun. Thank you, Richer. You loved it. That makes me feel very good. Thank you, Shirley, for the congratulations. I feel just really wonderful about it. Susan Judge says, I skipped a few days of my meds and boy, was that a mistake. Even though I don't feel great, I'm much better on them. Well, Dhruv Galtan is talking about something that addresses the relationship between health and philosophy, and I have to go back and see what he said, because please check out this short text. You will absolutely love it. It's the preface of the second edition of Gay Science by Nietzsche. Okay, but how do I find it? By the way, there's a great book I'm reading that's very, very technical, but it's fantastic. It's called The Mind-Body Science of Depression. And Dhruv Mishra, 20, is that rubies? I've never seen that that monetary symbol before. Dhruv Mishra, should I sleep at 3 p.m. and wake up at 11 p.m. and spend the whole night studying? I don't know. Some people don't do very well studying, staying up in the night. Usually we have 87 people, by the way. Let's get 13 more. Usually our bodies are much happier when we go on the diurnal cycle, but yeah, your body would be out of sync. Maybe it would be better to go to bed at 7 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. like the monks do and study at 5 a.m. All depends on your cycles, but yeah, it seems like, our bodies, our rhythms were meant to be, up in day and sleeping at night. All right. KathyLau@gmail.com. Guy, thank you so much for your kind words. We've spoken on the phone. She's a great lady. I don't know why you always do $13.99. Interesting number, but thanks for your contribution. A pirate to another pilot. Have you seen my glasses? They're behind your buccaneers. Oh. Well, you know what the paranoid person did? He went to the library and said to the clerk, "Do you have any books on paranoia?" She said, "Yes, they're right behind you." Well, what do you think about my back joke? It wasn't my joke. Someone sent it to me. The pound is the strongest currency on here. What about the dollar? I'll have to go back and find it, Drew. Why don't you put it one more time so I can take a picture of it? Okay, the preface. Nietzsche's preface. All right, Kathy Lou has now been added to the email list. Some people are depressed, sleep too much. I have horrible insomnia and I envy them. Well, yeah, so do I. My insomnia's gotten a little better lately. The secret to longevity, greed and tea. This is from Japan. It's called jade, liquid jade. It's amazing. All right. 41 minutes after the hour. British pound is a strong currency. Well, great. Well, that's wonderful. And so is the dollar. But I love Britain. I lived there for 6 months. I love the English people, British people. I love their sense of humor. And their whole, kind of more, their dry humor especially. Yes, Jason Klula, you have used that the jokes about chimneys and a stack of them at least 5 times, but still a good joke. I have green tea now. Yes, yes. Let me see. I had printed out. Let me just see over here. I'm going to go see if I have a. Oh, I got so many pages I have to look through. It's ridiculous. Anybody have a second? Oh my God. The temperature. Oh, those are iPhone earbuds, which never work for me. I'm going to do a video on microdosing. I'm trying to find the page I printed out with the new live chat jokes, but I don't think I'm going to find it. Nope. Oh well. There's lots of them. Shirley Kemp, my dad was British, served in the Royal Air Force in World War II. I will miss him. He passed in 2009. Sounds like a great person. Green tea bothers my tongue. Oh, this green tea won't. This is very mild. It's from Japan. I love the UK as well. Share one trait. I also have dry humor. Yeah, better than having wet humor, I guess. How's Bruce? Yes, I have a new kitty that thinks I need to be up and playing with him. I love him, though. He's adopted me. Thank you, Richard Farrell, for your $5. Richard Farrell's live chat, back from the beginning interview was fantastic. And again, I don't have my camera, but I took an amazing picture of Bruce sleeping the other day. Very, very funny. Well, Drew Cotton, just tell me the name of the text one more time. Charles Bronson, nice to hear from you. I donated £1 million lira, but it's gone now. Well, there you have it. Italy, right? So my agent said years ago, I have great news. You have a 6-figure advance from your book that was translated to Italian. I said, 6 figures? God, I can get a lot of Maseratis and Porsches. Of course, I wouldn't buy them. But anyway, I'm a rich person. Oh, she said, it's in lira. That comes out to about $42.15. Where I live in Britain, I was in London, I was in Bath, and I went to an amazing place called Foray, Scotland, a spiritual community called Findhorn, which I think is still there. That's why I went in 1982. They had an amazing, amazing community full of light, L-I-G-H-T. The dollar is declining. Well, oh well. All right. Taco Platter says the problem with depression is that it causes. All right. I want to have another joke. The only jokes I've heard are the old ones from Jason Clulo. Someone must have a new joke. $25 from Edward Steiner again. Thank you all. All right. I may have to. Oh, damn it. I'm not prepared, you guys. My book of jokes, my pages of jokes. I need somebody here to help. Whoop. Now, what is this? These are past jokes. What's another name for it? Moby Dick. The great, character Herman Melville wrote about. He's the Prince of Wales. What did I do? I said that. Why did the witch not wear a flat hat? Well, there was no point in it. I love this one. I'm reading a wonderful book on anti-gravity. It's so good I can't put it down. All right. Those are all jokes, but at least I got them out. Free Willy, yes, that's very good. Kaya, hey Doug, I'm in a very depressed mood for the past weeks, but I'm finally getting around to cleaning the 30 plus dishes I've been hoarding in my bedroom. Good work. Just force yourself to do it. Depression hates a moving target, one of my best videos, and I didn't even make it up. Oh yeah, Charles Bronson, a great actor, of course. Okay, so I'm going to write this down. Only 78, well, we're not going to hit 100, are we? Maybe. So this is called Depression. Hates a moving target. So the woman who's cleaning her dishes, that is the right thing to do with depression. Get up, get moving. My video, hold on. Anxiety has caused persistent tremor in my shoulder, says Martin and Neil. It's particularly bad in the morning when I awaken. Does anyone else get tremors? Well, not I. I didn't get them, but Damien, I'm glad you liked the joke. There was no point in it. Yep. Yeah, Martin, you might want to talk to somebody, either a doctor or a therapist or psychiatrist if this persists. God, suddenly we're at 89. Wouldn't that be great if we get to be 100? Will somebody hit the like button? That would be wonderful. Is Ishmael Gurley? Hi, Ishmael. Are you new here? Says Pedar. Mubby Richard. Yes. Good work, by the way, Kaya. Keep cleaning those dishes. Richard says, I might be offering at home massage for folks in Oregon who are anxious and depressed. I think you live in Vancouver, but that's just across the river. I'm eating chia and flaxseed snacks made with matcha green tea. Wow. That's really cool. Why is green tea so helpful? It has something called antioxidants and polyphenols. They're protective against what's called free radicals, which are, I think they're negative charges that are running around your body and causing all sorts of mischief. Thompson Doughboy, hey Douglas, I wanted to know if it's okay to adjust your vision statement of wellness according to the present. Well, it's supposed to. The thing about a vision statement, Thompson, is it's a statement of how you would like your life to be. It's actually a projection into the future. So if you have really bad insomnia, and a vision statement might be, I am sleeping soundly and peacefully. See, you're not sound and peaceful now, but you want to be. So it's a statement of, and in some ways a goal, but you put it in the present tense because that's the way that. Only 39 likes. Thank you, Shells. Let's hit the like button. Yeah, there's 89 people here, so 80 people here. So yes, the like button is great. Anyway, green tea has antioxidants, polyphenols. It's really, really healthy. Even coffee has that too. Coffee used to be considered not so good, and actually it is. Drew wants to know if I'm an atheist. Definitely not an atheist. I definitely believe in a higher power. Sometimes I believe in God, sometimes I don't. That's being called an agnostic, actually. And have you ever heard that there was actually somebody I knew. He was an agnostic, dyslexic, and what else did he have? Oh, he was an insomniac, right? Dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac. And he lay awake all night asking himself, is there a dog? I'll do it again. An agnostic insomniac, a dyslexic agnostic insomniac. Now we got a DAI. Yeah, dyslexic agnostic, dyslexic. Oh my God, agnostic insomniac. He lay awake all night asking himself, "Is there a dog?" I love that. Is there a dog? Dhruv Gautam, see, is there a God, right? He did dog instead of God because he's dyslexic. He reverses things. Anyway, why don't I explain this joke? Thank you, little guy. There's God prophecy proves it. Oh, there must be a dog also. A complicated joke? Not really. I just made it complicated because I stumbled. I don't know why I like that. Coffee is good with blue agave. Yes, I love sugar. My joke was a bit off color. Well, did you tell it? I don't mind off color jokes, but YouTube might. Nancy Vogue, thank you for this live meeting. God bless you. Wish you all the best. Well, same for you, Nancy. I love your name. We got a lot of interesting new names here. Really cool. Tuesday FA, my hands get kind of shaky from time to time. Well, that could be anxiety. We don't know. Thank you, Thales. Hit that like button. Doug has over 500 videos. You're absolutely right. About 320 videos and about 208 live chats. Depression hates a movie target. Oh, thank you. Well, it wasn't supposed to be a pun or anything. It's absolutely true. We got to keep moving. We can't let ourselves succumb to the dark thoughts and sit in bed all day. That never helped anybody. I have another video I really like called "I'd rather be walking around depressed than lying in bed doing nothing." I think it's because I have that kind of active personality that I've never, even in my worst depression, I never just crawled into a bed and pulled the covers. I kept going to outpatient treatment, to day treatment. I did everything I could to get well. And believe me, it took every bit of effort. All right. What are my thoughts on astrology, Josh Martin? I have written 2 books on it. It's on my douglasbloch.com website. Yes, I used it for many years as a map of a blueprint for people's lives. And in the Bible it says, the stars shall be signs and for seasons. So even back then, people understood the relationship between the macrocosm and the microcosm. The greater, everything's a reflection, everything's a hologram, right? So a chart is a hologram of you. In case you want to know, I'm a Pisces Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Scorpio Rising. I just watched your depression recovery video. You saved a life today. Well, thank you. You're welcome. Which depression recovery video? I've made 300 of them, but I'm glad whatever you. I'd like to know the title. That would be nice. What's the best way about handling anxiety with medication? Talk to your prescriber. Find a good prescriber. Find someone who knows about that. There are many different types of medication that work for anxiety. I took Klonopin for 9 months. It was a lifesaver for me, but you don't want to self-diagnose. You certainly don't want to, self-prescribe. It's illegal. Panda goes in a restaurant, eats, shoots, and leaves. Well, that's nice. Would you stand up before a live audience, Blake? Yes, I used to give lectures all around the country at Unity churches. My God, I've spoken to 1,500 people. I love getting up on stage, but, with COVID, it's not really happening. Giancarlo Rossetto, I was on a med called Accutane, got weird side effects. Does that mean I'll have these effects if I go on Prozac? Not necessarily. Again, talk to your prescriber. I don't even know what Accutane is. I'm the good God Almighty. I do appreciate the jokes. Great. Complicated joke. Yeah, well. Shirley K. Vince Money would be better if have an appointment Tuesday. We'll be late getting home. I'm not quite sure what that means, but the stars do not talk about the future, Pedro. That's a whole misconception about astrology. But I know a lot of people who are either scientific or Christian both think astrology is bunk. So I've been dealing with that for 50 years, but there is a place for it. Yeah, and I'm not here to promote astrology at all. No way. So, someone else brought it up, so I just basically answered their question. All right. Can I find another past joke here? These are like... What did the guru say to the hot dog salesman? Make me one with everything. Why did the banker quit his job? He lost interest. Interest rates are really low. I'm a math teacher. I love this. Who invented the round table? Sir Arthur? No. Sir Gawain? No. Sir Lancelot? No. It was Circumference. Circumference invented the round table. All right, one more. Okay. I saw this shirt. The first line said, "Let's go eat grandma." The second line said, "Let's go eat grandma." And the third line said, "Commas save lives." Let's go eat grandma. Let's go eat grandma. Commas save lives. A real t-shirt. 100 people in the chat. Oh my God. People like these bad jokes. Let me see. Well, with 98 now, but I trust you. Zunlok Slocum, I've listened to you and your work is very helpful. Just to say hello to you. Live in Seattle. Yeah, I love Seattle. What a great city. Just up the I-5 corridor. Many good friends there. Well, we reached 100 people. That's what I affirmed, right? Affirmations are very powerful. Well, people are afraid of astrology when they don't really realize what it's about, but that's a whole other discussion. When going through hell, do not stop is essential. Absolutely. Remember, keep moving, keep persevering. Depression hates a moving target. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You know how you don't get to the light? You stop, right? If you keep going, you have to get out of it. Well, not if you have terminal cancer, of course, but astrology won't, astrology, that was a Freudian slip. Depression will not kill you unless you take your own life, which unfortunately somebody does every 11 minutes in the US. So that means since we've been on the line, 6 people have died, and which I'm just heartbroken about, which is why I created this. I spent 3 years and many thousands of dollars creating this website. I don't think I've shown it. It's called Overcoming Suicidal Pain. There is hope and there is help. And if you know anybody who's struggling with suicidal thoughts, please refer them to this website. It's very personal to me. I lost my therapist to suicide. I lost my good friend in high school, and I lost my roommate. And I have almost gone there, but thank the Lord I did not. Yeah, something is very sad. Brad, I don't know what Blake, I don't know what you're referring to, but anyway, I can't show your comment, but yes, it is very sad. We're halfway through this, gang. Great, wonderful. 3 minutes left. Can we get a final donation? We're a little bit weak today. Okay. Today, a man knocked on my door and asked him for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. Is that from your dad? The comedy styles of Norman MacDonald have helped me quite. Human beings are so interesting. They laugh. A dog doesn't laugh. A cat doesn't laugh. Even a monkey doesn't laugh. But human beings do. Quit spamming the chat. What the F? So, Josh, who are you referring to? Because I can put them in timeout. I'm not quite sure who you're referring them to because there's so many people on here. But let me know. Drew Mishra, it's 2 a.m. Okay, that means you're 14 hours ahead of us. You must be in India. I don't get to sleep till 6 p.m. Next day, my place. Can't sleep at all. Don't know what to do. Well, again, talk to a medical person. We have sleep clinics in the United States. You can go to sleep and they hook up all these wires and evaluate you. It's very, very common. Well, you're probably too young, but some people have sleep apnea. Dhruv Gautam, look at you guys have the same name. Dhruv Gautam and Dhruv Mishra. You're both in India. So you guys should call each other up. RCB, I love to hear from you. Thank you very much. I'm glad the videos are helpful. Megan Cheney, hi there. Can you offer any info on OCD and what to do when it convinces you that you did something horrible? Robert Jenkins has been there many times. How do you move on from knowing this? You might have done something. OCD is a horrible, horrible thing, Megan. So there's a wonderful book I'm going to put down right here called Brain Lock by Jeffrey Schwartz. You should read this book, and you definitely should get professional help if you can't make it go away on your own. But Brain Lock is a wonderful book about how to overcome OCD. He's a 4-step plan. So try reading that book. You get it at Amazon. It's quite cheap. But in the meantime, that's what mental health professionals are for. Yes, so go get that book. Why are baby ants confused, Marco? I don't know, but there's going to be a punchline somewhere. Depression hates a moving target, words to live by. Hey, Mark Hennick said that, not me. You know, do you know what Mark Twain said? Good writers borrow, but great writers steal. So there's nothing new under the sun. Check out the mystic Rudolf Steiner, Anthroposophy. Yes, I studied him in my 20s. My mentor was a fan of his. Knowledge of the higher worlds and its attainment, yes. And he actually started the Waldorf schools. He was an amazing person, a Pisces like me. Sí, hablo español. Okay, Papa Dios, this Father God, bless you, Senor. It's been a while. How do you separate yourself from your depression, Carolee? You say, I am not my depression. I suffer from depression, but I am not my depression. It's very, very important to make a distinction between depression. You don't say, you don't basically say, I am cancer, right? No, you say, I have cancer. Well, it's the same thing with depression. You don't say I'm depressed, I have depression. You don't think you are cancer. You don't think you are heart disease. You don't think you are asthma, right? Asthma is a condition. Heart disease is a condition. Cancer is a really bad medical condition. Depression is a medical condition. Why? It's all in your head, or I should say your brain. Circuits malfunctioning here, right? Every thought has a neurochemical equivalent. So depression is a disorder, illness like everything else. So it's not you, Kara. That's how you separate yourself from it. And you got to tell yourself over and over again. Thanks, Doug, for another great therapy session. Well, I wouldn't say this is a great therapy session. I would just say this is a session of community. What does depression hates a moving target mean? It means when you're depressed and you get up and you force yourself to take a run and come and eat and call a friend or go to the movies or see your therapist. That is something that alleviates the symptoms of depression. And it hates a moving target because depression wants to keep you in bed and like this and introverted and being, succumb to your intrusive thoughts telling you you're not good or you shouldn't be here or the world would be better off without you. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Depression hates a moving target means just keep moving forward. Do not pay attention to those voices. Do not succumb to, falling apart as best you can. That's why structure is so important. That's why in all of my depressive episodes, I managed to find an outpatient clinic. I got up. Sometimes people drove me to it. I was suffering so much that I had to have other people help me, but I got there, goddammit. And that's why I'm alive today. Anyway, your parrot laughs. Well, yes, they have a sense of humor. Again, depression hates a moving target. Mark Hennick, you should look at his TED Talk. He's amazing. My life does not belong to me. It belongs to God Almighty, so I cannot suicide. I can't agree more, Damien. But that doesn't mean that people who do it are bad people. But, life is precious. Life is very precious. Yeah, that was a good joke about the glass of water. Many people who are suffering depression want to end their pain by ending their life. All right. And someone is saying something is very tragic, and I don't know what it is. So before I sign off, maybe you can tell me. Yes, RCB, I'm glad you like my videos. Kneel before me. That's chums. You have to know your history, but that's a great joke. All right, well, I'm not quite sure what 101 people. So what was very sad, somebody tell me, before we, how I cope with suicidal thoughts and feelings. You're truly amazing. Yes, that's one of my favorite videos. Yes, I've checked out Rudolf Steiner. I studied him for years. Woody Allen's Larynx with the skin around his face has made him popular of late. Yeah. That is, the man who started the Methodist Church, an amazing, John Wesley. No, the Methodist Church has done so much good in the world. All right, well, I can't find what someone said that made people sad here, so whatever happened, let's send him or her some blessings. Well, Primrose, if you're having some weird dreams, talk to your doctor about it. I love your name. Wow. a lot of these people I have not. Well, you guys essentially comment so quickly. I'm now seeing that I'm catching up on them. Wow. Well, keep up the chatting. Keep supporting yourself. Keep loving each other and loving yourselves. And yes, the live chat is every Sunday Pacific 12 time. The Depression Recovery Hour with Pastor Doug. I always wanted to be a minister, so there you have it. Better late than never. So, you need help, please, Gigi. Try to find a mental health professional in your area, or call Silent Unity. Thales, yeah, nice to see you back. When do I have these live streams? Every Sunday at noon Pacific time. That's 8 hours from Greenwich. Portland, Oregon, west coast of the United States. All right, well, I'm glad you all guys showed up. It's beautiful out. I'm going to take a walk, and then I'm going to go ahead and start painting my back room. Don't you love the new, those of you who haven't been here, don't you love the yellow in this room? It wasn't like that always. For 20, 30, 36 years, I lived with white, depressing walls. All right. Thank you for everyone of every race, ethnicity, creed, and color for joining us. We are one part of one humanity. Damien, I love your philosophy. God bless you, and I hope you keep coming back. Yes, I know Pedar can get kind of, I mean, his belief is wonderful. It gives him meaning. And I believe that, there are many paths to God, and we all have to be on and true to ourselves. Remember, I can't even remember, the dyslexic, insomniac, agnostic. He lay awake all night in bed thinking, is there a dog? Okay, I'll leave you with that. And you love the ale, reminds me of my favorite ice cream, lemon custard. Getting me hungry. All right, so same time, next place. Next Saturday, we're doing episode 15 it's really short, of my depression recovery book called Footprints on the Sand. And then on Sunday or Monday, I'm going to release a really important video about how to cope with the loss of a pet, because pets are so awesome and keep so many people out of depression. But there are things you can do when your pets die. So, DI, you are also kind. I trailheaded, appreciate your love and support and the knowledge given by you, and especially Doug. Well, DI, I don't know if that's your real name, but I'm glad it's helping you. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. See you guys next Sunday. Hasta luego. See, I do know some Spanish.